What's up, Libra? This is April with astrolotta.com. I'm back once again with your monthly forecast, this time for March 2017. The board is back in full effect by popular demand. A lot of people like the board. It's a great visual tool. Libras are pretty visual, aesthetic people, so I hope this helps you out to have me explain what's going on for you guys this month using a little visual tool here. So, what is going on for Libra? First of all, the energies from last month are still carried over to the beginning of the month, which are energies in Pisces and in Aries. So Pisces is your 6th house of work. So we have the Sun, we have Neptune, we have Mercury, all here in your 6th house of work and the health. I've seen several Libras, including ones that are in my life. I have 2 children that have Libra energy, very strong, either sun or rising in Libra. And yeah, it has been time to make sure that they are being more taken care of, like as far as their health. I've had my little one has been sick a lot more lately because of the stellium and cluster of activity going on in Pisces. So definitely keep yourself healthy, Libra. Like really take in those vitamins, really drink a lot of water, do whatever you can to make sure that you don't catch any of those cooties floating around out there. But this is also the house of work, and there was an eclipse here at the end of February, so there could have been a breakthrough for some of my Libra people, like letting go and releasing a job that maybe you didn't really like anymore for whatever reason. It just, I don't like to say it no longer served you, but yeah, no longer served you. This is the house of service. It just doesn't resonate with you anymore in your life, in your lifestyle. So you may have had to let it go. Mercury here in Pisces has you really thinking about that stuff. This could have also been, letting go of a certain habit, like a bad habit. Because the 6th house is a house of like things that we do repetitively on a daily basis. That can include things that we are addicted to, because what do we do when we're addicted? We repeat them like over and over again constantly. So this can be letting go of addictions for some Libras. That means even an addiction to stuff like sugar, sugar, candy, alcohol, drugs, prescription pills, anything that you can get addicted to. We also start out with Mars being still in a tight conjunction with Uranus here in your 7th house of relationships in the sign of Aries. So some of my Libras, wow, you guys could be doing a few things. You could either be trying to take like a huge leap within a relationship, like randomly, sporadically just jump into one with this energy, or jump out of one with that energy. Just make like a sudden decision, when it comes to your relationships. Now, Venus goes retrograde on the 4th, okay? On the 4th of March, Venus is in Aries. Venus does rule relationships, love, money, enjoyment of the physical world. So some of you guys, if you could have jumped into some things while Mars has been here, especially conjunct Uranus, jumped and made some decisions. Now Venus retrograde will have you thinking them over, rethinking them. And if you didn't do anything crazy, jump in or out of a relationship, Venus retrograde in your 7th house can bring back old love interests from the past, old relationship partners from the past. So just be mindful of that, Libra. You guys may need to be another one of those signs and need to set up some extra privacy settings on your social media. Make sure you do this. You're not going to contact me, buddy. We were over a long time ago. Libra is a sign that usually has an issue with being alone. You guys have to be partnered up with someone. Always have to be in a relationship. So just be careful with all this Aries stuff going on, this crazy Mars and Uranus, Venus retrograde. Not to just be like jumping in and out, or just like jump into something just because you don't want to be alone, Libra. Make sure you're making the right relationship decisions. On the 4th of March, we also have Mercury in a conjunction with Neptune. Mercury is our rational thoughts. He's our logic. Mercury, he moves very quickly through the signs. So that's represented by like very quick thinking. And Neptune is very foggy energy. So just as a collective, we could be having a lot of brain fog around the 4th of March, that whole week. Losing stuff, losing track of things, losing track of time, getting lost, all that great stuff. Now, this is happening in your 6th house of work. So if you are in a creative field, Libra, this can be actually to your advantage, this Mercury Neptune stuff, because whereas in the practical world it would be considered brain fog and, oh, you can't function right, in the creative world, it's like that's where you get your best material from, is during transits like this, to where you are in touch with more of the outer world. You're receiving like messages and downloads from outer space, pretty much, according to more practical people. Maybe more spacey, but you know what? You'll come up with some really good stuff. Also, this is very psychic and intuitive energy, especially for you guys being very in tune with the needs of others, with it being in the 6th house. Also, a negative side to this is Mercury, Neptune in your 6th house. It can bring some illnesses that have to do with the sinuses, the breathing, allergies. It makes you more sensitive because Neptune dissolves boundaries. Mercury does rule the lungs and the breathing. So it can dissolve, and it rules like invasive, like bacterias and stuff. And like that can be invasive stuff like pollen or whatever gives you allergies. So you will be more sensitive to that if you do have those types of issues by nature, that they may come up around the 4th. So just really work hard to take care of your health this month, Libra. On the 9th, Mars will move from Aries in your 7th house of relationships, and he'll stop being impulsive with relationships, but he'll move into your 8th house, intimate partnerships, intimate bonds, and also joint finances with a partner. Mars there can do a few things, and I always give the negative and the positive, the dark and the light of every sign and every aspect and what have you. So this can mean a lot of passion within a relationship, a lot of passion, intimacy, whatever that means for you, Libra. You may be going after that, craving it so much more, super passionate stuff. Also, Mars is, he's named after the god of war. So you're kind of, wherever he transits, you're kind of wearing that armor, and you're maybe ready to fight in that area of life. This, I've seen it cause like lovers' quarrels when it comes to joint finances, unfortunately, or quarrels with like the government, the IRS, insurance agencies, or what have you, because that's what the 8th house rules. And Mars is a fighter, so anything like can be taken as, oh, what's that saying? Them's fighting words. So yeah, just be mindful of like getting into like petty like quarrels and arguments over stuff like that, especially with a partner or lover or whatever. But yeah, very super passionate energy, Libra. Ooh, hubba hubba for you guys. On the 12th of March, we have a full moon in the sign of Virgo, and that's the sign before you, which we call your 12th house. Okay, so a full moon is when the moon and sun are in opposite signs. They're opposing one another. They're creating a tension that causes a breakthrough to have to happen, a final decision to have to happen. So for you guys, this is between your 12th house of rest, relaxation, not worried about time, not worried about schedules, calendars, reminders, none of that stuff. Just free floating in your own zone, okay? Taking care of your spirit, your soul, your subconscious, your mental, against the 6th house, which is the opposite. It is schedules, calendars, reminders, paying close attention to the time by the second, and but it's also taking care of your physical body, your physical health. So I would say this is going to cause some of my Libras to make sure you take some downtime for yourself, to take care of yourself, okay? Like rest and relax. You guys have been hyped up in this relationship area, and the 7th house is not just romantic partnerships. It's one-on-one relationships with other people. So you guys could be really social during the season of planets being in Aries. But, then you've got 6th house stuff of health. You need to maybe slow down, is what this full moon might be telling you. Slow down. You can still hang out with people here and there, go out on dates, do your thing in relationships, whatever. But take the time to go within, reflect, meditate, listen to music, take a long bath or shower, go near the water, release and let go of like not just old karma and stuff like that, which can be the 12th house, but like, reflect on thoughts, reflect on the past, and then let it go so that the future can fly in. On the 13th of March, we have Mercury moving from Pisces, which is your 6th house of work, into Aries here, which is your 7th house of relationships. Ooh, love on the brain for some of my Libras. That's what it looks like to me. But this is more energy that's calling you to be kind of social. But remember what I just said about the full moon, still take time for yourself. But yeah, you're going to be very socially active, communicating a lot more. This can also mean on social media as well. But yeah, just one-on-one communicating with a lot of, you know, different people at different times. And yeah, love on the brain, maybe, you know, talking to prospective relationship partners and stuff like that. But remember, Venus is retro. Remember, Venus is retro. This is especially important for Libras because that is your opposite sign of love and relationships. You don't want to do anything that you're going to regret. So, you know, get to know people, date, what have you. But just hold off on any major decisions with dating until I would say like the mid or end of April, and then tune into your April horoscopes so we can talk more about that. On the 20th, the sun, our luminary, our main luminary, lights up our lives, right? He moves here into Aries, into your 7th house of relationships too. Whew. So this is you looking single to mingle, like exuding the energy of like being available, looking for somebody, yeah, just being open to love and to dating. And even if you're not Libra, people are going to kind of view you that way. I've seen a lot of times when there's especially like the sun, Mercury, Venus in your 7th house of relationships, that's when people say, oh, my friend keeps trying to hook me up with people all the time. I don't know why they keep trying to hook me up. I've had that happen before. With all this like 7th house stuff going on, I had friends trying to hook me up with somebody in the workplace. They just insisted. They tried to hook me up with a few different people. They insisted that I just needed to be with somebody. And I'm like, I'm not even trying. Just leave me alone. So you can even be a Libra that's like not even trying to date. Your friends may be trying to hook you up during this time. If it's not them, and if you are open to dating, it may be you, or it may be that a lot of people just come to you right now. You're just going to be on fire right now, Libra. But once again, remember Venus retrograde. Woo! Don't forget to watch my Venus retrograde video that I did also on this topic here. But yes, all this spicy energy happening for you guys. So relationships are like on fire for you guys in March. Now on the 26th, we have Mercury conjunct Uranus. Zany, electric shocking, lightning bolt throwing Uranus, sudden change giving Uranus, just like zap, okay, like that is how he makes things happen for you. So Mercury is communicating through Uranus. This is really great flashes of insight. So especially when it comes to dating and relationships, Libra, your intuition is going to be on point. Nobody can fool you. So you can use it for that. This is maybe all of a sudden meeting someone on the internet, because Uranus rules the internet. Being kind of impulsive though, like with your thinking and your decision making when it comes to relationships, that's another impulsive energy. So just really be mindful of that, Libra. No impulsive stuff. Venus is retro. But yeah, great flashes of insight and ideas and creativity. In general, you know, even if it's not, you're not focused on relationships, which I doubt a Libra wouldn't be right now, just kidding. But even if you're not, you know, just Mercury and Uranus together is one of those energies to where you could be very innovative and creative. And so if that's the type of work that you do, Libra, hey, you know, you're going to have some good insights there. So last but not least, we have a new moon in the sign of Aries in your relationship house. On the 28th, it's the sun and moon coming together to birth something brand new. But do not forget, once again, broken record, Venus is retrograde in your relationship house. And she's very, very close to this new moon activity. So normally new moons will bring a new beginning, will birth something brand new for you, which it still can. But once again, remember Venus is retrograde. You can change your mind when it goes forward in April. So this can, though, initiate a new beginning, like a new relationship, possibly. meeting somebody new, and just maybe starting with baby steps, you know, to getting to know them on the surface level, which is the 7th house. And then maybe when it's Taurus season, if they've passed a test, you getting to know them on the surface with small talk. And, you know, Venus retro is over. There's more planets here in the 8th house. Excuse me. You've had a chance to ask them a bunch of questions, like in depth, to really, really get to know them on a soul level. Then maybe make some decisions, you know, to really get involved with somebody. But, you know, it's really up to you, Libra. But I would just say there's lots of potential for impulsiveness. And then Jupiter is still hanging out in your sign, and Jupiter is very, very positive energy. But on a negative side, it could be very indulgent, you know, and very feeling like, oh, I'm so abundant, like I have so much, and, you know, I'm rich, and, you know, everything is going good for me. That it can enhance, because it's opposing all this Aries stuff. It can enhance your feelings of just doing things impulsively and jumping and flying, which I have seen, you know, a Libra rising around me just kind of got engaged all of a sudden. And I have a feeling, you know, fingers crossed, I love, I love for everything to work out, but I have a feeling that Venus retrograde may open some eyes in that relationship. But I ain't the one that gossips. You ain't hearing from me, okay? But I'm just saying, Libra, the relationship stuff is kind of touchy for you guys right now, okay? So be very careful and tactful in your decision making. All right, so that was it, Libra. Thank you so much for watching this horoscope. I hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you can, please subscribe to Lotta's channel as well, so you can see us here every month for your monthly forecast. And come visit me on my readers page on astrolotta.com. Once again, my name is April, and you can find me there, and we can talk about love, like, you know, set up a reading with me. If you have a relationship situation you need me to look at, we may be having a special this month. Go ahead and check on my readers page to see if there is one. But we can set up a synastry reading. I really go in depth, in detail. I get down to like little asteroids that could tell me little details about your relationship, Libra. I know you want to know the details. So hit me up for a reading, even if it's not about love, if it's about career, or just generally you want me to tell you about yourself, or you want a Skype reading for me just to answer a couple questions, what have you. I'm available on astrolotta.com. All right, so take care of yourselves this month, Libra. I'll see you guys in April.